we celebrate the Nativity of the Theotokos. Now, who is the Theotokos? Let's make sure we all are on the same page. We know what we're talking about. Who is the Theotokos? Raise your hand if you know. Do you know, Sebastian? Who is the Theotokos? You're right, she's the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary. What's her relationship to Jesus? Who knows her relationship to Jesus? Adrian. She's the mother of Jesus. Okay, and you anticipated my next question. What does Theotokos mean? Who knows what Theotokos means? Megan. Mother of God. Adrian, why didn't you raise your hand? The Mother of God. Well, she's the mother of Jesus. Adrian, I'm going to ask you to think. Tell me, what's 2 plus 2?
4.
Okay, let's see if you can do this. Mary is the mother of Jesus. We call Mary the mother of God. There's 2, here's 2. Now see if you can come up with 4. Who is Jesus? Come on now.
God.
Very good. Thank you. Exactly. But he's born of Mary. Is she God? What's she? No, we already said that. Who is she? What do you know? Is she God or is she man? You don't know? Is she human nature? Is she divine nature? Yeah, it's a good thing they're going to Sunday school. You have some stuff to learn. She's human. She's human. So we have Jesus, whose mother is human, and whose father is God. Okay, something's going on there. Something big. There's lots of we can talk about with regard to the Theotokos, but we're going to take the time only to talk about a very small part about the mysteries of the Theotokos. We're going to ask the question, and having asked it, it is our hope that we will answer it, at least in part. Why is it such a big deal that we're celebrating the birth of the Theotokos, of the Virgin Mary? Why is that such a big deal? And to illustrate the answer, we're going to use these ropes. I'm going to use this. And guess what? Did any of you see this? What's this? Amy, what's that? Amy, you're a ventriloquist? It sounds like your voice is going over there. Yes, this is a ladder. And we're going to use these pictures. Here's a riddle. I'm going to give you a riddle. These ropes have something to do with these pictures. What on earth do these ropes have to do with these pictures? Okay. Who knows who this is? Raise your hand if you know who this is. All right, Daniel? Presbytera. That's Presbytera.
I thought it was Katie.
Who's this guy? Who knows who this guy is? Huh?
That's right, Paul.
No, the answer is a really good-looking guy. Who knows who these people are? Olympia, can you name them one by one? Come up here and point out to everybody. Who is who? Okay, so talk about Grandma, Grandpa. Mom. No, that's not Uncle Nicholas. Who is that? That's Uncle Sean. Where's Uncle Nicholas? No? Yep, that's Uncle Nicholas. Who's that? This guy? That's Uncle Mark. Do they look any different than what they look like now?
Where's Aunt Katie?
Huh?
Where's Aunt Katie?
Yeah, this is before even Aunt Katie was born. Do you believe that? Do they look any different?
Nope.
Wrong answer. We're supposed to be truthful here. They look very different. Something's happened between this picture and that person right there. Something's happened between this really good looking guy and this sort of good looking guy. Something's happened in this picture such that even Olympia, the niece of these and the daughter of these kids, can't even recognize them completely. What's happened? What's happened between those pictures and now, such that we look so different? Do you have a picture of yourself, Adric, when you were like, let's say, 1 year old?
Probably.
Have you seen that picture?
Yeah.
Do you look different now?
Yeah.
What happened? What has happened?
Old and tired.
Time has happened. Although that's not quite right, and time has happened, but there's a deeper mystery to time. So I'm not going to take the answer of time, because there's something deeper that's going on. We got old. I should say we're getting old. Maria? You're Maria. Are you older now than you were 4 years ago? You look different? In roughly how many years will it take before you look maybe more like your mom? I said roughly, you don't have to be exact. 3, 4, 10? Okay. Yeah, I said be very rough. It's about 10 more years and you'll look like your mom. Okay, now, look at me. Look at that picture. Where am I going to be? Let's say 40 years from now. Where am I going to be? Do you know how old I am? I'm 3 weeks from being 65. Where am I going to be 40 years from now? Who knows the answer?
Working out at the Y.
I'll probably be sitting in the chair trying to get to the wall. No, where am I going to be?
6 feet under.
Exactly. 6 feet under. I'm going to be dead. So that's what these books are about. It's like all of us are bound. You know what I mean? We're bound. We're tied up in this invisible rope or chain or bonds called death. Now we understand death as separation. So we've set up our stage, and this is what it's all about. We're picking up the story around 2,000 years ago. So we're picking up the story of the world. So, but this is the Garden of Eden, which you've never seen, because many, many, many eons ago, we were expelled from the Garden of Eden, and since then it has been closed. I mean, it used to be like this, but now it's closed. There was, I should say, not now it's closed, then it was closed. It was closed. And there was this gate that was set up for me. Look at the gate. Look, see how it looks like a prison? Or shut in. So now this is where we all are now, right here. ask a few of you, if you'd be willing, to come up here, to be born. This will be the gates from which you are born, let's say. And then whoever doesn't come up in here to be born, we'll say that you've already been born, and now you're in here, which is Hades, the place of the dead. So who wants to be alive for a few minutes? All right. Is it Bartholomew? That's how I know him. Bartholomew? Come here, Bartholomew. Ask your dad if he'll let me tie you up. Now, the purpose of this rope is to make visible what's invisible. And that is death. I'm dying. That's why I look different from that picture. I got older. And I'm dying. Before I tie you up, there's one more thing that I want to add here. This tells us about the way things are. This is from the Wisdom of Solomon. This was written even before the birth of the Theotokos and before the birth of Christ. And this says this: seek not death in the era of your life. Well, now that's kind of curious, Bartholomew. Whether you seek death or not, you're going to die, right? One of these days, you're going to look closer to me, like me now, than you look like you will now. So seek not death in the era of your life. Promote upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. In other words, the things that you do. For listen to this. God did not make death. He did not make death. Neither does he take pleasure in the destruction of the living. He doesn't like it to see us getting older. I've got arthritis in my back. I can hardly move sometimes. And one of these days, I'm not going to be moving at all. The reason I go to the Y now, I'm trying to put off that rigor mortis until I'm as long as I can, and I won't move at all. In fact, I'll be so stiff that you'll take my arm, you try to lift it, and it won't lift. You'll have to really push hard to lift it. But then you probably haven't handled a corpse. I have. They're stiff as a board. And we had to clothe, we had to vest a priest who had died. In fact, I vested 2 priests who had died. We put them in their vestments and get them ready for the funeral. And it's tough to clothe them in their vestments because their arms don't move. Their legs don't move. Nothing moves. It's like lifting the board. So God does not take pleasure in the destruction of the living. Why? He created all things so that they might be. He didn't create them so that they would pass away. He's the God of life, not of death. And the generations of the world, he created them so that they would be full of health and vigor. There was no poison of destruction in them, nor was the kingdom of death on the earth. Why? Because righteousness is immortal. And then you read on down here in chapter 2 of Wisdom, it says, for God created man to be immortal. What does immortal mean? You're on the spot. Can you handle it?
Not dying.
Exactly. Excellent. Okay, he's going to be a clutch player. Right? You play basketball or baseball? Okay, I want you up to the plate when it's the clutch time. For God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. So something happened. And death came into the world. And so this, I'm going to bind you. And this is going to be like an image of death. We're all bound by death. You can't get out of it. Nothing can get out of it. You know anybody? Look around this room. Do you see anybody who can deliver you from death? Anybody here who can make it so you're not going to die? You know why? Oops, what did I do? I just unbound you from death. You're free. You're alive. Thank you, he says. Okay. Let's see, who else wants to come up here and get tied up? It's fun, isn't it, Bertha? I know. Let's bring up, do we have a volunteer close? Dan, let's bring you up. Dan, look at Dan. Look at those muscles. You'd think if anybody could free you from death, it'd be Dan. But you know why he can't? Because he's tied up too. So that even if he wanted, I mean, he might. I mean, this is a rope. This isn't the real deal. It's just a rope. So if you wanted to, Bartholomew, if you wanted to, you could probably figure out a way to get out of this rope. But it's just a rope. This isn't the real thing. You cannot get out of that. Okay. So what's God going to do? He didn't make us to die. He didn't make us to die. And yet here we are. Dead. I can't move. I can't get out of this rope. And I want you to see how this rope, okay, these guys, we'll say that they're angels because they're outside the rope. You see how this rope covers the whole creation. All of life. And the purpose of tying them to these legs is to show that the rope and it extends even into here. Everybody here is bound by death. So what is God going to do? Now we're going to have to do a little bit of pretending. You've got to be real good pretenders. So we're going to say that the only way that this rope of death can be loosed is by one of us. Somebody who's a man. But here's the problem. None of us is God. Some of us think we're God, but we're not God. None of us is strong enough to do the rope. It would be nice to have one more person at least. Who else would like to get tied up?
Adric would.
Adric, come here.
You were over there smiling like you wanted to do it.
You're just waiting to be called on. You're saying, Father, where do these go? Read my mind. I want you to call on me. Kind of fun, isn't it, Bart? Okay, let's see if we can get this rope out of here. This rope is bound by itself. Even the rope is bound by the rope. Do it this way. So God had to figure out a way. God had to figure out a way to, because He knew even before He created us, He knew that we were going to fall into death. And because of that, the church teaches, He would not have created the world, because He wasn't going to put us in that kind of predicament where we couldn't be living like He wanted us to do. So there's a reason He created the world, even though He knew that we were going to die. And the reason He created the world is because He knew one of these generations, the Virgin Mary, is going to be born, and He knew that she was going to say yes. What was she going to say yes to? Maybe why don't you come up? What? You see that the Theotokos, we're going to say that Megan is the Theotokos. You want to be bound up? Be tied up. She's a human being just like the rest of us. And so she also is tied up. I don't want this to be too tight, Megan. She too is tied up. But there's a thing about the Theotokos, of the Virgin Mary. You realize that her parents, we call them barren. They couldn't have children. There was something wrong with them. They couldn't have children. It was like Abraham and Sarah. They were too old to have children. And St. Paul says they were as good as dead. Because in the Old Testament, if you can't have children, you're as good as dead. The Virgin Mary, her parents, does anybody remember who the parents were? What their names were? They are. Good thing we're going to Sunday school. We're going to learn some things.
Caleb. What was her name?
Irene Rose.
Irene, Joachim, and Anna. How many Annas do we have whose patron is the mother of the Virgin Mary? Anna, is that your patron? Okay. Do we have another Anna? Anna, who's your patron? The prophetess Anna. Okay. Joachim and Anna were made able to have children by God. And so it's like God was building the Virgin as his temple in the womb of Anna. And so the Virgin Mary was very special. She's just like the rest of us, and she's bound by death like the rest of us. But, you know, she spent her years growing up in the temple, in the Holy of Holies. And there in the Holy of Holies, she was not alone. She was with God, and God was with her. What made her so special? Not that she was something, it's not that she was a superhuman. She was fully human like the rest of us, but what made her so special is that she loved God with all of her heart. Her whole being was in love with God. And in that love for God, she became his very dear one. God loved her. And so he sent an angel to her. The time came. The time had come. And he sent an angel to her. And he said to her, the angel said to her, well, first of all, he didn't say much. You know why? The liturgical text of the church tells us why. He was afraid of her. Because he knew who she was. She's going to be the mother of my God. And so when he came to the Virgin, he was trembling. He was afraid. He didn't know what to say. And so finally he said what the Lord told him to say. He said, when you see the Virgin, you say this, rejoice, O full of grace. And so that's what he did. He bowed to her, and he said, rejoice, full of grace. And then he gave her the message that God had for her. And that is that God himself was going to, I didn't think to bring this, was going to overshadow her. Let's pretend that this is white, okay? He's going to overshadow her with a cloud of his glory. Now, what's the cloud of his glory?
Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. He covered her with the Holy Spirit. When else did the Lord cover something with the Holy Spirit? You're going to hear it in the sermon this morning. When else does he cover something with the Holy Spirit? You guys doing okay with that? I'm taking a bit long here, aren't I? But you know, you're going to be in those robes all life.
The waters.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm Peter.
What's that?
I'm getting Peter off the stage.
Oh, okay. Yes, he's brooding over the waters of creation. When else was he seen over something? Huh? Excellent. Oh, you guys are sharp. You guys must have gone to Sunday school. Yes, over the tabernacle that Moses built. And when else? About the temple when Solomon built in Jerusalem. The cloud of glory filled the temple, covered it, overshadowed it. And one more time at least. Well, actually, you could say Mount Sinai. When Moses went up into the mountain, the cloud covered the mountain. And then Ezekiel, the prophecy of Ezekiel. He sees a temple. Nobody knows where that temple was because he's not talking about an earthly temple. He's actually talking about the Theotokos. He talks about the cloud of glory covering that temple so that nobody could enter. So the Holy Spirit comes and he overshadows the Virgin. Come on, guys. What does that tell you about the Virgin? She's the temple. She's the temple. Now, what's the temple all about? God dwells in the temple. And that's where we meet God. In the temple. So that means that God is going to be dwelling in her, but in a very special way. Now the angel tells her, Mary, you're going to become the mother of my son. And Mary says, what? Did she say, no way? What does she say? She says yes. You know, that's significant because what did Moses say? When the Lord came to Moses and said, I'm going to make you the leader of my people and help them come out of Egypt. What did he say?
A man's slow speech.
She says, no way, Lord, I start. Come on now. Exactly, you didn't want nothing to do with it. Thinking about who else. Can you think of any prophet who actually wanted to be a prophet? What's that? he's an apostle. He's an apostle. We're talking about a prophet. I can think of only one prophet that seemed to be excited about being a prophet. That's Isaiah. He said, when the Lord said, who will go? What did Isaiah say? Here am I, send me. So I'm just wondering, is it a coincidence that it was Isaiah who saw the virgin and said, behold, here's the sign of the Lord, behold, a virgin will conceive. And she'll bring forth a son, and what they're going to call him? Emmanuel, means God with us. So now we need to get somebody here. So, let's see, how are we going to do? Oh yes, okay. So, Brad, I'm going to ask you, would you come up? Now we say that the Theotokos, the Virgin Mary, is the ladder. So that's why I have the ladder here. Because by this ladder, Christ, who is the tree of life, climbed down from the top of the mountain, because that's where the tree of life was. He was at the top of the mountain of Eden. He climbed down the ladder, which is the Theotokos, and he entered into the sanctuary of her body, the temple, into her womb. But he didn't. Come over here. Come in the middle. Wait to see you, Brad. But he was not forced to wear this robe. But did he wear this robe? Was he bound by death?
Yes.
Yes and no. He bound himself by death. He was. I want you to tie yourself up. I'm not doing it because you see, the Lord, when he was born to the Theotokos, of his own free will, chose to tie himself up with the death that binds us. And the Lord, as God, is the only one strong enough who can break that rope. And this is what he did when he died on the cross. So this is the rope. This is his death. As he voluntarily binds himself with his death. And because he voluntarily did it, and because he did it in obedience to the Father, that's why he has the power to. So there he is. And when he did that, he also, if you would, untie those. Did you untie those, or did you? Because Brad is the one who tied those up. So when he did that, okay, he released everybody, even you guys in hell. He released you from death, and this is what he did. Take this rope. This is your death. Take this rope. Yes. Now I want you to. So Megan, you were baptized, right? When you were baptized, this is what happened. You were baptized of your own free will, right? This is what happened. We took the cords of death, and you, Megan, okay. You give that rope. I want you to tie that rope to Brad's rope. Now you've been here the longest, so I want you to take your rope. This is what you did in your baptism. Did we do both of you with the same rope? Okay. Because when you were baptized, what did you swear? You swore an oath. You remember what it was? I unite myself to Christ. So take this rope, and I want you to unite it to the rope of Christ's death. You too, now. And you, last of all, Avery, when you were baptized, before we put you in the water, where you were going to be dying in the death of Christ, we asked you, because you were a baby at the time, so we asked your sponsor, do you unite yourself to Christ? And you said, your sponsor said for you, I do unite myself to Christ. Oh, you're really dead. And we did that how many times? I always lose track. We said we even changed it a bit. We say it 3 times. Do you unite yourself to Christ? Then we change it. We say, have you united yourself to Christ? And we do that 3 times. So we are making sure that you know what you're doing. You are uniting yourself to Christ. Take this rope. You do it, because I'm not going to do it for you. And unite that to Christ. Don't let go of the rope, by the way. Yeah, you tie it to Christ. Don't let go of the rope. Where's your rope? All right. And now we're going to play, I think, till when Christ was crucified on the tree. Do you remember something that happened? And something was, with regard to this. What are you going to do with this?
Story
That's a
number
wide open question. Oh,
The gates.
you got it? Yes, yes. The curtain of the temple was torn in two, and the way to the Garden of Eden was wide open. Now I'm going to put this ladder, because they don't want us climbing there. This ladder then is now the cross. It was the Theotokos. By this cross, or by the ladder, Christ came down and he united himself to the Virgin Mary and was born of her as one of us, even to the point of dying with us. So he took his death and his cross became the ladder. And now, I'm going to put this up here because I don't want you to be walking around without tripping. Like I said, we're going to have to be real strong pretenders today. So now, Brad, I want you to take these people who have just been united to you, and I want you to lead them up the ladder, pretending you're going up the ladder, and into the Garden of Eden, and anybody else that wants to go can go. Because everybody's now free. If you want to go, you can go. So please, everybody, I mean, if you want to stay dead, that's your choice. Let's come in here, into the Garden of Eden.
Huh?
What was that for?
What was what for?
That thing.
Are you listening?
Come, they're still coming. All of you have been baptized, and you're uniting yourself to Christ, and you're following, He's leading you. He's leading you by His death. You've united yourself in His death, and by His death, you are climbing up the ladder and coming into the heavens, coming into the kingdom of light. Now here's the lesson. We can do two more things here. Number one, we began by asking the question, why is the birth of the Theotokos such a big deal? Who can answer the question now? You need a sparkle? Let me ask it this way. If the Theotokos had not been born, would any of this have happened? No. You're right. That's why it's such a big deal. Because she was born, and because she said yes, the Lord God Himself could come, and He could become a man. Remember we said that the rope could only be untied by man. But man wasn't strong enough. Only God was strong enough. So God became a man. And as God, He ripped up the rope. He broke down the bars. He opened the gates. And it leads everyone who unites themselves to Him by their baptism and also in their daily life by learning how to die with Christ. And that means practically, Bartholomew, when you want to get angry at your brother, you die to the anger. You know how you die to the anger? You just don't get it. And you ask the Lord to help you. And it's that way with everything. Any sin, anything that comes to you with temptation. When you're tempted to lie to your parents, how do you practice uniting yourself to Christ and carrying His death in your body? How do you practice it? You don't lie to your parents. You die to the desire to lie to your parents by simply not lying. So in all those practical ways, this is how we die in Christ. So, if the Theotokos had not been born, well, there's another point to make too. In the rope, Christ Christ was bound too, right? Remember, Christ had a rope around himself too. So it's not just that Christ came and untied the rope. It's also that he tied himself with the rope. And because he tied himself with the rope, because he died like we do, can you see? He became one of us. He's not outside of us. He's with us. He's in us. He's even in our death, in our dying. Remember we said at the beginning, death for us is separation. Separation from God. And we were separated from God. So Christ came as man. He clothed himself in our death. And when he clothed himself in our death, he became one with us. He wasn't outside of us anymore. And so when we unite ourselves to Christ in his death, we become one with Christ. It's not just that Christ is doing over here, holding his nose and untying the rope. So if he does that, we're still separated from him. He's not bound to us but with the rope, with the death. So because he died, he became one with us. And none of this would have happened without the fourth woman. None of this would have happened. That's why she's such a big deal. All right, well, there's another lesson that we could bring out, but it's time for us to go upstairs. We're going to go up now to the Garden of Eden. That's the Garden of Eden, dear faithful. I mean, it looks like a building of stone, and brick, and mortar, but no. There's an invisible mystery up there. And as soon as we say, blessed is the kingdom, it's like these invisible gates open up. And if we want to, we can climb the ladder and come into heaven. And how do we do that upstairs? Well, guys, do your best to pay attention. Pay attention. Listen to the words. And as you're listening to the words, just listen to them, okay? When it's time to make the sign of the cross, make the sign of the cross at certain points, and your parents should be able to tell you at certain points in the divine liturgy. If you've been tired and you've been sitting down, stand up. Just stand up in honor of what's happening. The gifts are coming out. Just stand up with attention. Your mind is going to wander. You're going to be thinking about this, thinking about that. That's normal. But as soon as you catch yourself thinking about this, thinking about that, bring yourself back. And bring yourself back into the liturgy, listening to the prayers. And as you listen to the prayers, you listen. As you listen to the prayers and then you listen to the music, the liturgy itself will pick you up and carry you into the joy of the Theotokos, which is the joy of her Son and our Lord, who has become one with us through her. Without her, he wouldn't become one with us. That's why she's such a big deal. That's why we love her so much. She's our mother, crying out. She's our mother. She's the mother of our Lord, and we love her and we honor her. And because we love her and honor her, she loves us. We love her Son, she loves us. And she helps us. She protects us. If we love her and love her Son, we're really trying to be her children. All right. Let's, with that, climb the mountain to Eden up there. And let's get ready for those gates to open. All right? God bless you.